assembly time. Within a few months, I was seeing a green flag in a brand new TrackMagic Dragon.
So where was your first kart race?
My first kart race was, ironically, the very first race at Russell karting at the Sears Point at that time, or Infineon, go through the names, in 2002. It was the very first race they hosted under Russell's racing program.
Oh, okay. And that was your very first race?
That was my very first race.
Wow, that's going back.
It is going back. I was 30 years old. I finally was able to afford to race a kart, and the track was brand new. There was still just a couple of hay bales out there, and it was smooth. It's like trying to reflect back on this. It's so long ago, but it feels like yesterday.
Yeah, was that an 80 shifter you were running?
Yeah.
Do you remember the experience and the feeling you got the first time you drove it?
We were on hard tires, and it was it made the 80 feel fast when you're on hard tires. That's what was really cool, is it became really a sportsman group. And the race was great. There was over 20 people on the grid for the that very first race, and and it went on from there. And just learning. It was such a steep learning curve for me to get up and keep on pace. And in my very first race, I ended up on the podium in third place. So that was pretty large achievement just for out of the box. And
you did jump into an 80 shifter for your first kart.
Yeah, I know. It took a little bit of doing, and it took a lot of practice at Dixon. And while I was practicing at Dixon, they were making the track at Sears Point. And so when it finally, because I lived 20 minutes away from Sears Point, it was like, okay, bingo, it's on. And I just went, virtually every weekend, every other day, every chance I could get around my full-time job to get some time in on the track to learn it before that first big race, And to come out, qualify sixth, finish third, nose to tail with the second place was a pretty big feather in my cap, but it's also a big feather in the TrackMagic chassis, because the thing just worked, It was meant to, it was dialed. It was amazing.
Yeah, TrackMagic put a lot of effort and track time into the development of each and one of their little chassis. And that was probably one of the real big attractions to TrackMagic as well, is just that hard work going into the product, an American-made product to try to compete with the newer Italian chassis coming over in the shifter market, and homegrown, right? Homegrown NorCal.
That's it.
Shifters.
It's the home team.
The home team.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, I really appreciate you taking the time tonight. And for those of you listening, I'll do a quick little write-up on NorCal Karters with the link to Bob's Facebook page, and we'll have some information on there. And as the information comes in for the barbecue, which again, September 28th and 29th at the BlueMax Kart Club. Again, it's open to everybody. Come check it out. It's a 2-day event. Do you have any final closing comments?
Well, just once again, celebrating the home team, all the effort that the team drivers and everybody here in the NorCal scene puts into karting will be paid back. It's not a forgotten formula around here. And, let's keep karting alive the best we can. Let's keep it fun and affordable for the customer end. And let's support our championship teams, GFC in particular. Let's support these guys, and because they're the ones they're doing the business.
That's right. And events like this is just only going to help. Again, hopefully this will help bring karting to a different demographic instead of the racer type or the hardcore racer. I got to go get my plastic trophy. Why can't it be social? Why can't it be like a good guys event where people show up and hang out with their buddies, sell some old
That's exactly
parts, right?
That's exactly it, sir.
All right, Bob. Well, I really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank you, man. I'm glad you guys gave us a ring, and hope to see you out on the 28th and 29th.
Yep, NorCal Karters will be there on the 29th.
We got some really big, exciting announcements and news, but you're only allowed to come. You have to come to the track to see it.
I like that. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing what that is all about.
Right on, man.
All right, thank you, Bob.
Okay, Jason.